Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages.
Oh, the hell with it. Let's just start the show.
Bob,
Yeah.
we're going to talk about some things tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Vern and Bob Star Trek show on the Star Trek Network. Thank you for stopping by. This might have some mixed reactions, some mixed reviews as far as our opinions and what you might find as an opinion. And I want to start by prefacing, I did not watch Star Trek Discovery. However, I did watch this piece of shit that is called Section 31.
There's absolutely nothing good to say about this. I'm sitting here trying to just pull something out of my ass, and there's...
Well, you pulled Star Trek 31 out of it. That's what it is. Literally, straight from your ass.
I tried not to go and look at any reviews before I watched it, because I wanted to go in there, because for some people they don't like a movie, and sometimes I go in there with just no real expectations, and I enjoy something. That's not this movie.
I investigate paranormally.
Yeah.
Paranormal investigation. I do paranormal investigations with your wife.
Yes.
And one of her friends, who is one of our lead investigators, she texts me out of the blue and says, "Have you watched Section 31 yet?" And she goes, "If you haven't, consider this your fair warning, or don't even waste your time."
Yeah.
And she didn't know we were going to be talking about the show. The badness had already gotten to me before. Right. I watched it. I tried watching it once. I fell asleep 30 minutes in, so I had to rewatch it. I love Michelle. Yeah, I do. Powerful actress.
She was terrible in this. Just
maybe I need to know her character from Discovery.
If this is what she's like in Discovery, I don't know if that's something I want to invest time into. If it's not any better than what we're getting here.
I look at movies. Is it a good enough movie on its own without it being part of a franchise? So could this have been a good standalone movie? The Child's Play remake didn't have to be part of the Child's Play franchise. It could have been its own movie and been good. But because it was in Child's Play, it was not as good as the other ones. This could not have made it on its own.
No.
They used the name of a group that I have a lot of intrigue for, that I want to see more out of the Star Trek universe, being Section 31. We got good bits of that throughout the series. Even pulling Jamie Lee Curtis. Spoiler, by the way.
Well, this is going to be loaded with spoilers, so we can...
Pulling Jamie Lee Curtis at the very end as kind of like the head of Section 31, as what might look like a Borg queen.
Yeah.
I'm not excited to see a follow-up.
I don't want anything to follow up this. So within the first 20 minutes, I would say I kind of got this. Is it just me, or is this kind of like a shitty mix of Guardians of the Galaxy and the Suicide Squad?
My exact note here that I wrote when I watched this: very Guardians Suicide Squad.
Yeah, that's exactly what I got in the first 20 minutes. So real quick, right off the bat, I'm skipping over that whole first scene where I guess it's showing how she becomes emperor by poisoning her family, which, okay.
And if you didn't watch close enough, it's part of an alternate universe, so it's not...
Yeah, it's kind of like, is it the mirror universe it's supposed to be? Is that what they're going with? Yeah. So we get to... After that, they do this real shitty, like, video game cutscene where it's like Call of Duty, where they're explaining the mission you're about to do.
Yes. You are who they are talking to.
The music's terrible. The special effects in this scene are terrible. The voice acting, whoever did the voice acting in this little cutscene was just...
It sounds so like Jerry Ryan.
I don't, but like played really terribly. What was this? They broke them down into like episodes.
Right.
It was like a 20-minute episode, which leads you to believe that maybe originally this was supposed to be a TV show.
Yeah, I've got it here. They were coded missions / transmissions with different names. So basically they're files.
This movie is literally... And I want to say without credits is like an hour and 21 minutes. It's
Mhm.
super fucking short too.
Yeah.
I feel like this was supposed to be maybe a pilot for a TV show that
And I would have been okay with that.
if it
Saying,
was a
okay, maybe setting
no,
something up, but to
no,
get
no,
better, I mean, come on, we know our first episodes and
y-
first seasons of everything is
yeah,
we
every
know the rules.
single. So yeah, well, they do that weird breakdown with the segments. It's like segments in an hour and 20-minute movie, and really the characters aren't really explained very
They're
well.
not developed.
They're not developed at all. The one cyborg looks like shit that like the props department went to a garbage dump like an hour
Mm,
before and put the outfit together.
yeah.
I mean, if he's trying to look like a Borg, is that what he's supposed to be?
Yeah.
I know they call him cyborg, but
I will say the visual effect for the little alien guy was actually really good.
I like that. I mean, I didn't like how he had an overtly Scottish accent,
As a Vulcan.
as a Vulcan, or even this little
Yeah.
alien creature is. I mean, it's so blatantly a Scottish accent. That's part of my issue with this. It just doesn't make sense. There's so much in here that doesn't make sense to me. The music's awful. I hate when they try to do this. Let's have modern music in our movies, and it's just like, please stop doing that. Special effects weren't great. I mean, the special effects for the space station were pretty good.
Yeah.
um but there's a part at the end when they're doing that chase where he's controlling the cyborg guy.
Mhm.
I don't even know his name. I'll be honest with you, I don't know any of the names of the characters. I did not commit them
You
to
didn't
memory.
care.
I didn't care enough to remember any of them. But there's a fight scene or a chase scene when they're on some kind of moving platform where as they're speeding, it just looks awful.
But you
The
don't
music,
get that kind of crap out of a TV series.
I don't
They
know.
only got a couple weeks to throw something
Right, but
together.
here's the thing is this feels like a movie that was super rushed.
Yeah.
But it's just like it tried too hard. Like when I said Guardians of the Galaxy, it tried too hard to be funny.
Yeah.
You can tell they were trying to force funny and it wasn't. It
The
just
cyborg
wasn't.
guy was basically Rocket Raccoon.
Yeah.
You're talking about the armor, you're talking about me.
Yeah, exactly. And then how quickly they killed it was just like, what? And then real quick, the other see, I don't even know who some of these people are. Like, okay, this is his name Quasi, played by Sam Richardson. I
Yeah.
mean, I know who Sam Richardson is.
And I think his character was probably my favorite of all of them,
Well,
but it was
in what I read about it, and they really didn't do a great job of explaining this, I learned a lot more about some of these characters by reading Wikipedia. So he is the same race as the one shapeshifter chick from Star Trek 6, The Undiscovered Country, when he's on the
yeah,
prison
yeah, yeah,
planet.
yeah.
He
Yeah.
is that they are the same race.
Okay.
So
You know, you touched on the music. It had to be the first couple notes of the Borg theme.
at the beginning, right?
Oh, throughout the whole show. It's embedded throughout the whole show, like
I
during
think
tense moments.
when you messaged that to me, I went back and I heard it like
You can
pretty
hear it right
close.
off the
Yeah,
bat,
right off the bat.
but
Yeah.
it's built in there because I was watching. Oh, there goes the Borg theme. Like I thought the Borg were getting ready to show up, but
Well, kinda did, I guess, if you count the cyborg.
yeah,
But they kill off probably the two more interesting characters in the movie. Um, fairly well, the one fairly early, right at the beginning, and it's just like,
and I do like Casey Roll's performance as Rachel Garrett. You know, she played a real good Star Trek officer, or Starfleet officer thrown in there. But the problem is, it's just not
uh,
a Star Trek movie.
no, it's not. And she came off as kind of annoying at times. I liked the one, if I had to say I enjoyed anything, it's the one guy who plays, I guess, her lover that she ended up turning on and burning his face
No,
at
that's
the
her
beginning.
son.
That's her son.
That's her son because she says in the final fight scene, she goes,
I must have been so
"I'm trying to save you, my son."
Okay, if that happened, I was so fucking checked out by that
Yeah.
point that I didn't catch that.
Yeah, no, that's her son.
Real quick, I posted a video on TikTok of the original appearance of Section 31 in DS9
Hmm.
with William Sadler as I can't think of the character's name, but oh my god, that would have been a great TV show with him in it. And now we get this.
They kind of did some foreshadowing in this episode because a note that I've just been handed by my computer. Rachel Garrett actually ends up being the captain
Of the Enterprise B.
of the Enterprise C
See,
in
that's what it
yesterday's
is.
Enterprise.
Yep. 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 I was
Wow.
actually going to bring that up, yeah. And so we basically know what's going to happen to her.
Yeah. Gonna go on down.
She's going to get bum rushed by a bunch of angry Romulans trying to defend the Klingons.
Some notes here. Somebody says, never expected that Section 31 would be a clown show instead of a Starfleet show.
It is a clown show. It could have been so much more, but this is my problem. Try to give new Star Trek a chance. And I sit down and I watch shit like this, and it makes me not want to go and even watch Discovery now. I said,
Yeah.
if this is what Discovery's like, then why am I going to waste my fucking time?
Yeah. I mean, I think there's some good stuff for everybody in Discovery. Just a little bit I've watched. I haven't watched all of it, but
Yeah, I haven't watched. I've watched maybe 2
save yourself some
episodes.
time and watch Strange New Worlds.
I
'Cause I only
tried.
watched Discovery till after I watched Strange New Worlds to get the whole Spock and Pike story out of Strange New Worlds.
Yeah,
Like that's all I wanted. I just wanted more Strange New Worlds content.
I got into maybe the first episode. I came later to it. I didn't watch it primarily like when the first season aired. So I sat down and I watched the first season. Yeah, I know. Is that
Pike.
yeah. So I came into it later. So by the time I watched the first season, they came out with that nonsense episode of the musical.
Oh, that's the best episode.
No, I absolutely, from what I saw of it, I was like, no, I'm done.
It's fun. Like that is fun.
When they had the Klingon singing like a boy band, I was just like, nah, can't do this. I mean, I know I get a lot of backlash for my disapproval of New Trek. I'm one of those old people that is stuck in his ways of TOS and Voyager and DS9 and Enterprise. No, not Enterprise. Yeah, TNG.
You'll love Lower Decks. I promise.
Oh, I've started watching it, and that is fantastic.
You got to watch the crossover episode with Lower Decks and Strange New Worlds.
Yeah, I've seen that. I haven't seen it. I've seen clips of it.
These old scientists.
I will say that the cartoon adaptions of Star Trek, like Star Trek, Lower Decks and Prodigy, I've enjoyed those. I actually watched quite a bit of Prodigy, and I'm not gonna lie, I didn't mind it.
And see, that's the thing. If you take the formula of going completely out there and making it a comedy, Lower Decks shows you could do Star Trek, make fun of Star Trek,
right,
and have comedy if it's done full blast. Like,
well,
my God, did they break the fourth wall in that show?
Well, here and that's my point is Section 31 tried way too hard to be Guardians of the Galaxy with that type of humor.
Yeah.
Where there's always a smart comment. 90% of the comments that are supposed to be funny are not. They're just not. It's not even that it goes over my head. It's just they're not funny.
Like even the scene at the end where she's getting the little the drone and creating the bomb.
Yeah.
They made some sexual jokes before that, and it's not good.
At the end, after the whole thing's done, and we get this real cheesy fucking Jamie Lee Curtis cameo, which I don't know what you thought you were going to get with that.
I mean, is that supposed to be the tease for another movie? Is that supposed to be the tease for the show?
I don't know. It's just at the end they act like, oh, they all come out and they start making their jokes about how stupid each other are, and oh man, how great are.
And then you get another one of those android Vulcans, and it's the wife of the little creature that's in there, and she doesn't like him, so now she wants his head.
The one good thing is there'll never be any type of ending to that story, because I don't think Paramount's going to come out with anything for a little bit when it comes to Star Trek.
You don't think they're going to greenlight a series off this?
No, absolutely not. When you have a fucking Rotten Tomato score of 19%, not even
Nothing.
the biggest new Trek apologist, Defender, is even getting on board with this. I don't even know how they even got 19%. But with all that said, there is absolutely no way fucking Paramount is greenlighting a TV show about this. If I was Paramount, I'd cut cords. I'd be like, "Well, we made a terrible decision, and let's move on from here."
Yes.
But let's not end up. All I can say is, please, Star Trek, Paramount, don't end up like Disney and try to force it.
Yeah.
Oh, well, the more we show you, the more you'll like it.
No.
No, you've already left that bad taste in everybody's mouth. And if you keep pushing it, it's just going to get worse and worse and worse. And now all anybody is going to remember is this piece of shit movie. And you've already doomed a TV show. Even if you greenlight one, you've already doomed it.
You canceled Lower Decks to save the money up enough to make this movie.
I would have taken another season of Lower Deck over this.
Yeah.
I think everybody would agree with that.
Everybody would agree. I think we've said everything we can say about it. We do have good news, though.
Yeah, we always got. We're not going to leave you on a real shit hill. We're
not going to leave you with Jamie Lee Curtis as dressed up as a board queen.
Yeah,
guys, gals, everybody in between. We asked you to get us to a certain level, and you did it. Like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, we are right now sitting at, I want to say
1.8,
1,850 subscribers.
Insane. And we just wanted 100 to get a Tuvix episode.
Yeah, that's all we really wanted.
We you know what? Can we just go on and say it? Can we just do it next? Go from one bad apple to the worst bad. I mean, I'd rather watch Tuvix.
Yeah, we can do it. I mean,
I would rather watch Tuvix than this movie.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, we can discuss logistics over the next couple of weeks and get it set up.
So we will announce the Tuvix episode coming up.
Yep.
Where we'll watch that privately.
Yep.
But again, thank you guys for the numbers of subscriptions. Please comment, like. Don't just hit the sub button and leave us alone. Watch our content, like it, give us your feedback. We love your feedback. If there's episodes of Star Trek you want us to watch, please leave it in the comments of this episode. We'll be more than happy to watch something that's actually worth watching.
Yeah, and if you want us to watch a movie, we've pretty much proven by this point that we'll watch basically anything. If we were able to sit there for the hour and a half and watch pure garbage, but
Hey, and they were in a garbage scowl at the end of the episode.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. They were gathering up the shit for us.
Do you have our random episode?
All right, Vernon. As you may recall, I will start clicking the randomizer button, and you will tell me when to stop, and wherever we stop, that's the one we're gonna do. So, ready? I am clicking.
What would be the chances of us getting a Section 31 episode from Deep Space Nine?
That'd be
and
crazy.
Stop.
Oh, okay. So season 7, episode 23 of DS9, which that is the ending, Extreme Measures. This is actually a really shut up. This is a Section 31 episode.
What are the chances? Oh boy.
I'm not even joking. Like, I will literally, if I could, I would show you the screen. It is Extreme Measures. It's a Section 31 episode. A good Section 31 episode.
Well, there it is.
So we shall have that one coming up for you soon.
While we still have it, Bob, where can we find the channel on all the social medias?
So basically, on Instagram, you can find this show on Instagram under just searching Vern and Bob's Star Trek Show. On YouTube here, we're the Star Trek Network, and basically on TikTok you can find it at mine Trekkie83, which I'm thinking about just rebranding as the Star Trek Network on there. That way we can just go ahead and upload everything we do here over there as well. So, but for right now, it's still Trekkie83 at TikTok.
And a lot of great content. Bob's been working really hard. He's definitely the workhorse of the two of us. Come out with some new episodes, new shows. That's why we expanded to call it the Star Trek Network. I'll be coming out with a new short here very soon called The Technology of Star Trek, or The Tech of Star Trek, to where we're going to go from everything from tricorder. And that reminds me, the tricorders they were using on this episode were damn iPhones. Like, when they were out in the woods, it was an iPhone with a camera with a flashlight on.
That's basically it.
They had LCAR software built onto it, and it looked like our background here on the phone.
And it's crazy because at this point we're supposed to be in the same time frame as Kirk and all them, and
modern day tricorder noises with.
Oh, I know. It just looked like shit. It was,
yeah.
It goes back to all the rest of it. It was just hodgepodge together, and let's make it look cool, but it didn't look cool, so
absolutely. Well,
we got a better Section 31 for you coming out. We're gonna do here, so
thank you so much. If you've gotten this far in this episode without turning it off, just like we try to turn off the movie when watching it, we appreciate you being here, stopping by, seeing what we might have to say, and we will see you next time. So everybody, have a great day.